Hello everyone, and welcome back to Classic TV Rewind. Today we're turning our nostalgic gaze to a figure who, while not a television star in the traditional sense, has nonetheless lived a life perpetually in the spotlight. A life as fascinating and, in many ways, as uniquely American as the classic TV shows we adore. We're talking about Barron Trump, the youngest son of Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, and his wife, the former First Lady, Melania Trump. Now, for many, the name Trump conjures up images of towering skyscrapers, headline-grabbing deals, and of course the dramatic world of presidential politics. But behind the gilded facade of Trump Tower and the weighty responsibilities of the White House, there's a more intimate story. The story of a boy named Barron, a child who entered the world as a self-proclaimed miracle baby and has grown up navigating an extraordinary existence, one that blends unimaginable luxury with the constant glare of public scrutiny. Barron William Trump arrived on March 20, 2006, in the bustling metropolis of Manhattan, New York. His arrival was, by Melania and Donald's own admission, something of a delightful surprise. After years of focusing on their careers and building their empire, the prospect of parenthood in their established lives was unexpected, yet embraced with open arms. Melania, in particular, often spoke of Barron as a true blessing, a sentiment that would deeply influence her approach to motherhood. He was baptized a few months later, in May, at the picturesque Bethesda-by-the-Sea Episcopal Church in Palm Beach, Florida, a setting that would become a recurring backdrop in the unfolding drama of his life. From the very beginning, Barron's upbringing was unlike anything most of us can imagine. Forget sharing a bedroom with siblings or navigating crowded school buses. Barron's world was the Trump Tower penthouse, a shimmering monument to opulence overlooking the vibrant cityscape. Imagine a child having an entire floor of one of the world's most famous skyscrapers as his personal domain. This wasn't just a spacious apartment. It was a sprawling expanse estimated to be worth a staggering $100 million. Think about that for a moment. A child's play area bigger than many people's homes. This wasn't just about square footage, though. Melania, with her discerning eye for design, ensured that Barron's floor was a sanctuary of sophisticated luxury. Picture gleaming white marble fireplaces casting a warm glow on cool, white Carrara marble columns, a design aesthetic that whispered of old-world elegance while embracing modern grandeur. It was a palace in the sky, tailor-made for a prince in training, albeit a very 21st century prince. And the luxuries didn't stop at the penthouse walls. Barron's early years were filled with experiences that read like something from a storybook. While other kids might dream of a new bicycle, Barron reportedly had a miniature Mercedes-Benz, complete with a customized license plate, a tiny testament to the larger-than-life world he was born into. These weren't just extravagant toys. They were symbols of a life lived on a different plane, a life where resources were seemingly limitless. But even amidst such unparalleled privilege, Melania was determined to instill values beyond material possessions. When it came to education, only the best would do, naturally. Donald Trump, a firm believer in the power of a quality education, ensured Barron had access to the most elite institutions. His academic journey began at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in Manhattan, or CGPS as it's often known. Founded in 1764, CGPS boasts a history as rich and textured as New York City itself. Imagine Barron walking the same halls that had once echoed with the footsteps of generations of New York's elite, absorbing an atmosphere steeped in academic tradition and intellectual rigor. CGPS is renowned for its demanding curriculum, attracting bright minds from across the city. It was a place where Barron was challenged, nurtured, and surrounded by peers who were equally driven and ambitious. However, the trajectory of Barron's life, and indeed his schooling, took a dramatic turn in 2016. When Donald Trump ascended to the highest office in the land, becoming the 45th President of the United States, the entire Trump family was thrust onto an even grander, more intensely scrutinized stage. For Barron, this meant a move from the familiar comforts of New York City to the political heart of the nation, Washington, D.C. And with that move came a new school, St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, just outside the capital. Now here's where things get a little more intriguing. Traditionally, children of presidents have often gravitated towards Sidwell Friends School, a Quaker institution with a long and distinguished history of educating Washington's political offspring. Think of generations of presidential children, from the Roosevelts to the Nixons to the Obamas, all walking the halls of Sidwell. But Melania, fiercely protective of her son and deeply invested in his well-being, decided to break with this established precedent. She chose St. Andrew's instead, a decision that spoke volumes about her priorities as a mother. Melania's dedication to Barron's upbringing is a recurring theme in his story. Despite having the resources to employ a team of nannies and household staff, Melania famously opted to be Barron's primary caregiver. "I want to be the one to raise Barron and care for him on a daily basis," she declared, a statement that underscored her hands-on approach to motherhood. This wasn't just about overseeing his schedule. It was about being intimately involved in his day-to-day life, shaping his character, and providing the emotional bedrock he needed to navigate his unique world. This close bond, forged in the luxurious yet sometimes isolating environment of Trump Tower and later the White House, would have a profound impact on the young Barron's development. Melania's focus extended beyond just providing a luxurious and nurturing home environment. She was also acutely aware of the potential pitfalls of raising a child in such rarefied air. She understood that immense wealth and privilege could, if not carefully managed, lead to a detachment from the realities of the wider world. So, she consciously worked to ensure that the luxury surrounding Barron wouldn't shield him from the important lessons of normalcy, humility, and hard work. She strived to cultivate a sense of empathy and responsibility in her son, despite the extraordinary circumstances of their lives. This dedication to grounding Barron, to keeping him connected to something resembling a normal childhood amidst the extraordinary, is perhaps one of the most compelling aspects of her parenting, and it seems her efforts paid off. By all accounts, Barron developed into a well-mannered, respectful young man. Consider the anecdote from Oxbridge Academy, the elite school he later attended in Florida, known for its rigorous academics and emphasis on character development. When a young girl was asked to describe Barron when no one was looking, she simply and sweetly said, "He is very nice." Such a simple yet powerful testament to his character. It speaks volumes when a classmate, observing him without the pressure of public performance, sees genuine kindness. And this wasn't an isolated incident. A TikTok user named Maddie recounted her time as Barron's classmate at Columbia Grammar, sharing a charming story of young first love. She claimed Barron was her first boyfriend and first kiss, painting a picture of a normal, relatable childhood romance amidst the backdrop of his extraordinary life. Maddie also recalled a particularly memorable event: Barron inviting 80 classmates to the White House to meet his father, the president. Imagine the excitement, the sheer novelty of that experience for those children. And when asked on TikTok if Barron was a good person, Maddie's simple and unequivocal reply was, "The best." These glimpses into Barron's interactions with his peers paint a picture that contrasts sharply with the often caricatured image of privileged children. He seems to have navigated the complexities of his upbringing with a remarkable degree of grace and humility. He wasn't portrayed as arrogant or entitled, but rather as a genuinely kind and well-adjusted young man. This speaks volumes about the values instilled in him by Melania, and perhaps also reflects his own inherent personality. It suggests a young man who, despite being born into a world of immense wealth and power, has managed to retain a sense of groundedness and genuine human connection. Melania's efforts to ground Barron also extended to embracing her own cultural heritage. From a young age, Barron was immersed in the sounds and rhythms of the Slovenian language, Melania's native tongue. She diligently taught him Slovenian, alongside English, ensuring he became fluent in both. Imagine the richness of growing up bilingual, able to navigate two distinct linguistic and cultural worlds. This wasn't just about language acquisition. It was about connecting Barron to his maternal roots, to his grandparents, and to a cultural identity beyond the American context of his father's world. And Melania didn't stop there. By 2009, she revealed that Barron was also learning French, adding a third language to his repertoire. Imagine a young child fluently speaking English, Slovenian, and French, a testament to Melania's commitment to broadening his horizons and nurturing his intellectual curiosity. Of all these languages, Slovenian seems to hold a particularly special place. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Mary Jordan, in her biography of Melania, The Art of Her Deal, revealed that Barron continues to converse with his mother in Slovenian, even within the heightened security environment of the Secret Service. Jordan recounted in an interview with CBS News the fascinating detail that within the Trump family unit, there exists a smaller, more private unit composed of Melania, her parents, and Barron, and their common language is Slovenian. This created a unique dynamic, a private linguistic world within the intensely public sphere of the White House. Imagine the Secret Service agents, ever present yet linguistically excluded, listening to conversations they couldn't understand. It adds a layer of intrigue, a sense of a hidden world within the most visible house in America. Jordan also noted Donald Trump's reaction to these Slovenian conversations. Apparently, he sometimes expressed annoyance at being excluded, at not understanding the exchanges between his wife, son, and in-laws. It's a relatable human reaction, the feeling of being left out of a conversation, especially within your own family. Despite any occasional linguistic frustrations, Donald Trump clearly shares a special bond with his youngest son. From a young age, Barron was often described as a spitting image of his father. Melania herself affectionately nicknamed him Little Donald, not just for his physical resemblance, but also, it seems, for certain personality traits. In 2013, Melania told ABC News that Barron, even as a child, enjoyed wearing suits and ties, mimicking his father's signature business attire. "He doesn't mind putting on a suit," she said. "And since he was a child, he liked to dress up in a tie sometimes like Daddy." This wasn't just about clothes. It hinted at a deeper connection, a mirroring of his father's persona, even at a young age. But the bond between father and son goes beyond just appearances and a shared penchant for sharp dressing. Donald and Barron connect through the universal language of sports, particularly golf. Melania has actively encouraged this father-son bonding, recognizing the importance of their relationship. "Barron loves to be one-on-one with Dad," she explained, "because normally he's almost always with me, so I give them space when it's Daddy and Barron time. He looks forward to that." These dedicated Daddy and Barron time moments, often spent on the golf course, became precious opportunities for connection amidst the whirlwind of their lives. Donald Trump, despite his demanding schedule and public profile, has consistently expressed his desire for the best for Barron, encouraging him to pursue his passions and work hard to achieve his goals, whatever they may be. While public glimpses into their private interactions are limited, the underlying sentiment of paternal support and encouragement is clear. Interestingly, while Barron may share his father's love of sports and perhaps a nascent business acumen, he seems to have inherited his mother's keen eye for fashion, albeit with his own distinct twist. When he moved to the White House, Barron's fashion choices quickly became a topic of discussion, particularly his affinity for sneakers. Forget the formal dress shoes typically associated with Washington's elite. Barron made sneakers his signature style statement. Footwear News even took note, highlighting his favored 574 core sneakers from New Balance. Barron's sneaker collection is reported to include brands like Adidas, Nike, and Vans, showcasing a diverse taste within the realm of athletic footwear. Whether it's casual outings or more formal events, Barron seems to possess an innate sense of how to style his sneakers to complement his overall look. During Thanksgiving festivities in 2019, he was spotted sporting an all-black edition of his favorite New Balance sneakers. In March of the same year, it was a camel-colored version, and the year before, a gray and white pair. In early 2020, he was photographed in black sneakers paired with black jeans and a bomber jacket. Each appearance showcased a slightly different style, a subtle variation on his signature sneaker-centric look. Barron's height, a striking 6'7", undoubtedly plays a role in his fashion presence. He has an undeniable ability to effortlessly pull off both casual sneaker looks and more dressed-up loafer styles. His footwear choices always seem to complement his overall aesthetic, adding a touch of youthful coolness to his public image. It's clear that Barron has a natural flair for fashion, a quiet confidence in his personal style, and a knack for making even simple outfits look effortlessly stylish. He's definitely a trendsetter in the making, as many fashion observers have noted. However, life in the public eye, especially as the child of a figure as polarizing as Donald Trump, is not without its shadows. Despite the layers of security and privilege, Barron and his family have faced real and frightening threats. In August 2023, the stark reality of these dangers became chillingly clear when a woman was arrested for making death threats against both Donald Trump and his youngest son. The 41-year-old Chicago woman, Tracy Fiorenza, allegedly circumvented security protocols at Barron's school and sent emails containing explicit threats to kill both Donald and Barron Trump. Fiorenza reportedly cited her intense dislike for the Trump family and their political beliefs as her motivation. The Secret Service, tasked with protecting the former president and his family, launched a thorough investigation. While they determined that Fiorenza lacked the immediate means to carry out her threats, the seriousness of the situation was undeniable. The Secret Service had been monitoring Fiorenza for years, and her threats had escalated to a point requiring immediate action. Family members, worried about her mental stability, had also alerted authorities. Fiorenza, it was reported, had a history of mental health struggles and had recently stopped taking her prescribed medication. She was charged with making threatening communications, facing a potentially lengthy legal process. This incident served as a stark reminder of the ever-present security concerns surrounding the Trump family, and particularly Barron, given his relative youth and vulnerability. The family, and especially Melania, have always prioritized Barron's safety above all else, and this threat only intensified those concerns. In the wake of such incidents, security protocols around Barron are understandably tightened, ensuring that wherever he goes, whether it's a family outing or simply attending school, he is protected by a dedicated security detail. When Barron enrolled at Oxbridge Academy in West Palm Beach, Florida, after his father left the White House, security arrangements were meticulously coordinated. Ralph Moorer, the head of Oxbridge Academy, told the Daily Mail, "We are working directly with the Secret Service to ensure that logistics and security work smoothly and discreetly with little impact on students, faculty, staff, or day-to-day operations." The school even proactively contacted parents to inform them of the increased security presence on campus due to Barron's enrollment. Oxbridge Academy, with its emphasis on academic excellence and diverse community, seemed to align with Melania's vision for the ideal school environment for Barron. Interestingly, the school's founder, billionaire Bill Koch, was also a known supporter and fundraiser for Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, adding another layer of connection. Oxbridge Academy's location, just a 15-minute commute from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club, also facilitated Barron's transition to a new school and environment. He was already familiar with the area, and the school's leadership openly expressed their enthusiasm for welcoming him into their community. Scott Siegfried, the school's director of advancement, stated, "We look forward to welcoming him into our school and community." Even within the relatively insulated environment of Oxbridge Academy, Barron's fame and stature were undeniable. And as he matured, his athletic abilities and growing interest in sports further amplified his public profile. Barron's passion for sports, particularly golf, mirrors his father's own deep-seated love for the game. Donald Trump is not just a fan of golf, he's a golf magnate, owning 11 Trump-branded golf course properties in the United States alone. sources revealed that Donald regularly used weekends to bond with Barron on the golf course. One of Trump's friends told Politico, "I've seen Barron out there with him on a few occasions. He's a good athlete in his own right." This tradition of father-son golf outings predates Trump's presidency, suggesting a long-standing shared passion. Barron's tall, athletic build is certainly well-suited for sports, and his height has become something of a family in-joke, earning him the nickname the Tall Trump. At 6'7", he towers over his father, around 6'3", and his half-brothers, Donald Jr. and Eric, both around 6'1". His height has not only drawn attention, but also fueled speculation about just how tall he might eventually become. Beyond golf, reports suggest Barron's interests extend to other sports, including soccer and tennis. His love for soccer became particularly evident when he played for the DC United Youth Academy. He even met DC United players at the White House Easter egg roll in 2017, sporting an Arsenal FC jersey. In September 2017, he was selected to play for DC United's Development Academy's U12 squad for the 2017 to 2018 season, and he participated in Arlington Soccer Association matches. Donald Trump, notably, has expressed support for Barron's athletic pursuits. In an interview when asked about his son's career path, Trump stated, "If he decides to play football, then that is his choice, and I'd respect that." This statement underscores both Trump's support for his son's individual choices and the close, respectful nature of their relationship. It seems Barron is determined to excel not only in sports, perhaps golf in particular, but also in the world of business, following in his father's footsteps. With Donald Trump as a mentor and example, Barron appears confident in his ability to navigate challenges and pursue his ambitions. The bond between father and son, forged on the golf course and in countless other moments, seems to be a source of strength and guidance for the young Barron as he charts his course in life. And what about politics? Will Barron follow his father into the often turbulent world of public service? In 2024, he took what seemed like his first step into the political arena when he was chosen to represent Florida at the 2024 Republican National Convention. However, Melania subsequently announced that Barron had declined the offer due to prior commitments. Whether this was a genuine scheduling conflict or a subtle indication of Barron's current inclinations regarding politics remains open to interpretation. Before any serious political considerations, however, comes college. Barron, who turned 18 on March 20, 2024, graduated from Oxbridge Academy on May 17, 2024, with his proud parents, Donald and Melania, and his grandfather, Victor Knavs, in attendance. His academic achievements and dedication were highlighted during the ceremony, with teachers and classmates praising his intelligence and work ethic. Barron's graduation marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of an exciting new journey. His parents beamed with pride, knowing the hard work and dedication he had invested to reach this milestone. Looking ahead, Barron has expressed a desire to continue his education and pursue a career path that allows him to make a positive impact on the world. However, his specific college destination and field of study remain shrouded in secrecy. Even Donald Trump, usually so forthcoming with his opinions, has remained tight-lipped about his son's college plans. This unusual secrecy is understandable, given the past threats and the desire to protect Barron's privacy as he embarks on this new phase of his life. At a rally, Trump confirmed that Barron was looking at colleges, but offered no further details. However, Donald Trump may have inadvertently let slip a potential clue earlier on. He once suggested that he believed Barron might attend the University of Pennsylvania, his own alma mater. Trump graduated from Penn in 1968 with a degree in economics from the prestigious Wharton School of Finance and Commerce. Could Barron be poised to follow in his father's academic footsteps, perhaps pursuing a similar path at Wharton? Or will he forge his own entirely new direction? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Barron Trump, the miracle baby, who grew up in a penthouse, and navigated the complexities of a life lived under a global spotlight, is now poised to embark on the next chapter of his extraordinary story. And we, at Classic TV Rewind, will be watching with keen interest, just as we've always watched the unfolding dramas of classic television, to see what the future holds for this uniquely American young man.